Brief history of ignition. Robert Bosch's original magneto ignition patent was issued in 1903. In 1911, Charles Franklin Kettering received his U.S. patent for an engine starting device that revolutionized the American automobile. Since then, ignition systems have evolved only slightly. The mechanical contact breaker of the Kettering system has been replaced today with a transistor to switch the current on and off using an ECU trigger, which limits the number of sparks per minute. For this reason, the CDI, or capacitor discharge ignition, was developed for high-speed engines and performance racing applications. However, spark duration is short and burn time is very difficult to extend in a CDI system. To overcome this, multiple spark discharge systems, also known as MSD, was introduced in the early 70s. An MSD CDI box fires multiple times to increase the burn time. However, when the RPM goes above 3,000, the system reverts to a standard single-fire ignition spark. All current ignition systems are also extremely inefficient in that they convert less than 10% of the electrical energy input into a small, thin channel of plasma that is barely visible to the naked eye. How it works. Blue Phoenix Ignition presents the world's first commercial spark amplification system for performance racing applications. Corona Ignition. The innovative technology is based on jet turbine ignition and pulsed plasma thrusters used to power satellites by NASA. A static ignition spark ignites the fuel as a result of heat transfer across the spark gap. This initiates a flame kernel, which grows into a flame front that spreads through the combustion chamber. Under normal ignition conditions, this combustion process takes time, so the air-fuel mixture has to be ignited before the piston reaches top dead center, reducing engine efficiency. The plasma spark discharge completely dwarfs the spark generated by current aftermarket ignition modules and multi-spark CDI boxes available today. The amplified spark generates a large corona, a very dense energy field area that completely surrounds the spark plug tip, as opposed to a regular spark, which has virtually none. The corona ignites a substantially larger amount of fuel in a single instant, initiating a massive flame front that rapidly expands throughout the combustion chamber, thereby increasing engine efficiency. The corona generated by the spark amp module is powerful enough to ignite water mist. Watch the effect of water mist when it comes in contact with corona discharge of the plasma spark. Power module amplifies the high voltage output current of the coil after it has been generated and is therefore compatible with any and all aftermarket ignition modules, CDI boxes, timing and rev controllers from MSD to Crane. The module is designed to work on any distributor-based engine or externally mounted single-fire coil pack systems such as the Chevy LS series motors. The operational benefits of enhanced ignition process include solid gains in horsepower and torque, better cold starting, reduction in ignition delay, improved fuel economy even with lower quality fuels, and reduced exhaust emissions due to complete burn of hydrocarbons. In racing, you compete to win. There is no race you can afford to lose. The faster and more consistent combustion generated by the plasma ignition system results in higher engine speed, more peak horsepower, and a broader torque curve. This is a competitive advantage that no racing team can afford to ignore. The module allowed this pro-charged rail engine, competing at Darlington, South Carolina World Bracket Finals Division II, to go from 116 octane to 100 octane fuel, producing more horsepower and torque, lowering the estimated time from 458/8 of a mile to 444. Installation. The system is extremely easy to install. Connect a high voltage output from the distributor to the input terminals of the plasma distribution module. Connect the power module output to the plasma distribution module. Connect the output terminals of the plasma distribution module to the spark plugs using non-resistor copper core ignition cables. Non-resistor spark plugs must be used for high energy discharge. Blue Phoenix Ignition, the power of lightning under the hood. Thank you for watching and have a great day.